If you didn't already know, I love the Power Rangers. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, The Fit Cosplayer. Today's episode, we're reviewing episode 1 of Power Rangers Dino Fury. Let me give you the whole story of the episode. So starting off, we get the Pink Ranger. You know she's Pink Ranger because she's wearing pink, because they're still wearing the same colors, which I love. I've always loved that they will always wear the color of the Ranger. Amelia, we're gonna call her Amy. Amy, Pink Amy. I don't know, maybe I'm the one that connected that. She works at Buzz Blast. It's like a BuzzFeed YouTube place.
As always, click like and subscribe to Buzz Blast.
She shows up to work and she's telling her boss that she wants to cover a new story about ghosts. And you know, when she says, I want to see ghosts, and they're like, what are you talking about? Ghosts aren't real. But giant robots, monsters, aliens, all those are real. They happen every week, but ghosts are crazy. For my hardcore Sentai fans out there, the Sentai counterpart of this is Ryu Soldier, and they're combining her with Ui, right? And she's the one who does all the YouTube videos, and I really thought that was cool. So she goes to Dinohenge in the forest, Stonehenge, Dinohenge, that's funny. But on the way there, she thinks she sees a ghost, and you know, she's got her camera and her ghost catcher gun, because why not? She really loves ghost catching. And she ends up catching the Blue Ranger, whose name is Ollie. They're a little weird with each other because she shot a net at him, and then it's an electric net, so he was accidentally shocked, so he's like perturbed at her. Like, I like that they did this. Ollie and Ollie and Amy don't really get along, and you know, this is sort of like the reason. He's like, look, girl, and she's like, so they have this thing, just like in the show, in Ryu Soldier, Asuna and Melto don't really get along. There's always this like weird tension between them. So I like that they did that, nod to the show. They meet each other, they go to Dinohenge, they meet Ollie's mom, who is a doctor, which I thought was really cool, because I'm like, yo, what if she finds out about this? She can be the Kendall, and you know, she's the one who studies dinosaurs, and she can figure out all these secrets that the Rangers don't know. But then they stop all of that because they get found out by the park ranger, and he takes her. It's funny, he takes her to fill out a report, but yeah, so apparently Amy, you know, sneaks in there like 17 times, and she doesn't have to fill the report out, nor is she penalized or in trouble, and he's just like, hey, leave. And then dude's mom shows up, and he's like, oh, you need to fill out a report. Like, for what though? Like, just tell her to leave if it's that big a deal. It's fine. I know they had to get her away because, you know, she's an adult. Void Knight shows up. He's the big bad of the season. He realizes, like, hey, all these dinosaurs in a circle. There's probably something in this circle. Pop, pop, you know, like pop, pop, you know, in the ground. He finds the base. This is really cool. This is where it gets good. They get in the base. They start fighting. And I love the fight scenes. And this is just episode 1, but I love the fight scene in episode 1. Right before they start fighting, they run into a dinosaur, like a giant dinosaur, right? Like a Barney looking thing.
Cyborg dinosaur?
Yes, a Solanosaurus.
And the Red Ranger, who's in like stasis, and that's, you know, probably a nod to Power Rangers in space, maybe? I don't know. You know, she did that thing where, like, you know, when you would smack your TV to get the service, that's what she did to the machine and woke him up. They start fighting, but dude is so cool and chill. He pops up and just starts cutting people, and then he goes, oh, what's the problem? You know, he's doing his thing. He's slashing them up, and I love this guy. He's a cool ranger. I'm really excited for him. I really hope they don't pull a Dino Charge and just like make his story, just like do this. But Dino Charge was, the first season was so good, and then they ramped up all these stories and you know, created all these plot points, and then Supercharge just dropped it. And so I really don't want that to happen again. And so like, I'm fearful to give my heart to Dino Fury because of this fear. So they're in the base, they're fighting. Fight's really bad, which I love, and I'll talk about that in a second. They become Rangers, then they fight a lot better. As that happens, the Red Ranger's doing his thing. They just kick him butt left and right. Void Knight leaves and takes all the sporks with him. Sporks are the objects that he's trying to find. Those are the monsters. He takes them, leaves, traps them in there, and then one of them hatches, and he goes, we're gonna take over the Earth, and he goes, you got it, boss. So that's how episode 1 goes. So now it's time for the rating. So The good things. The good things. They're not in school. Oh my gosh. I cannot tell you how happy it makes me that they're not in school. Only because it's not about like they need to be adults or whatever, but the fact that they're not in school takes out all of those plot holes with teachers and bullies and all these things that don't make sense. That they're like, wait, how are you missing class? Like, how are you at this school? You're 30 years old, Gold Ranger. I mean, I like that in the original series, but they played with it, you know? When they left school, they're all like, can we all go to the bathroom? Like, they made jokes of it, you know? That's one good thing. Second good thing, yeah, there's depth to this. It's not just we're gonna stop the bad guy because he's evil, but it's we have to stop this bad guy because he did all these things to my planet and my people and all these hundreds of millions of years. Like, it's a whole thing. So there's weight here, you know? They can't just pretend like everything's okay. People will get hurt. And which leads me to my next point. Yo, the Rangers died. What? Like, they died, they're not alive anymore. On Power Rangers, they never say the word die, right? They never say kill, they always say destroy. But if you watch the Indie Sentai, they say it very clearly, like, I'm going to kill you, right? They say shine, korosu, like die, death, kill. They don't care. It's Super Sentai. They will tell, they do it. They go ham. They're like, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to end your life. Like, they don't play games in Sentai. A great thing about this, the training. Yo, he said, let's get you trained at the end of the episode. There was nothing more I love than a good training montage, a training scene where over time they get better. And it shows character growth and progression, right? Like, there's a reason that you can do a thing. There's, like, you have a motivation. And now for the what? There's a couple of what moments, and it's not that these are bad, it's just, what's happening right now? So when they turned into Rangers, Ollie goes, yo, we're Power Rangers. Wait a minute. So you already know what Power Rangers are. And that's how I figured out we're in the shared universe. And that's fine, like, I like the shared universe, but there's a lot of ways to do it wrong and there's a lot of ways to do it right. So that's all there is. While they're fighting, before they, you know, turn into Rangers, before they henshin, Amy says, you know, oh, I studied karate for 3 years. And then Ollie goes, me too, and I did fencing for 6. And I get it, it's funny. I like that line, but it was just like, wait, oh, how convenient that you're a fencer. Like, oh, that's gonna come in very handy for this moment when you become a Power Ranger, sir. Let me know below what are your thoughts on this season. If you are a Ryu Soldier fan, then let me know what you think of the first episode of this iteration. And if you like cosplaying and fitness, like me, then go ahead, click that subscribe button, and also click this playlist right here so you can get all of my cosplay workouts, which I'm sure you'll find something in there that you'll love. And if you want me to do more videos like this, more reviews talking about Power Rangers, then please leave some likes below. Let me know what you want to see here, and I'll be sure to give it to you. See you next time.